Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaiah, and today I will be talking to you about the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis, which collectively form the process known as oxidative phosphorylation. As a disclaimer, this video does assume that you have at least a little bit of a biology background, such as General Biology 1. Now, to start off, ignoring the ATP synthase on the end here, these first four big green structures form the electron transport chain. What the electron transport chain is the very last, one of the last steps of oxidative phosphorylation, or aerobic respiration, which is how cells make energy. We start off with NADH, which is a small electron carrier, which carries its electron up to multi-protein complex 1, depositing its electron and returning to NAD+. Similarly, down in multi-protein complex 2, we have FADH2 depositing an electron up to this small molecule called ubiquinone. Multi-protein complex 2 at the same time also delivers that first electron over to ubiquinone. Ubiquinone then takes the electron over to multi-protein complex 3, which then takes it to cytochrome C, another molecule, a protein actually, which then delivers the electron over to multi-protein complex 4, downward to oxygen. The way this all works is that it works with electronegativity. The electron's going from a molecule of less electronegativity to one of more electronegativity. Oxygen being one of the most electronegative atoms, so it is resting at the end, receiving the electron. Throughout this process, however, we also see H+, hydrogen ions, or protons, being pumped out into the intramembrane space. This is via active transport, meaning that we have more protons out in the intramembrane space than in the mitochondrial matrix. At the very end, when the electrons get delivered to oxygen, we form water. And from these protons out here in the open space, they go through ATP synthase through chemiosmosis, which uses the protons to make ATP, as you can see. Now, a closer look at chemiosmosis and ATP synthase can be seen down here. We have all these protons floating in the intermembrane space. As I said, there's a greater amount of them. They flow down into the ATP synthase through the stator into the rotor. The protons actually generating force and moving themselves along the rotor, which turns this little internal rod in the middle, causing ATP synthase to generate its force. At the end of the rotor, the protons move out into the mitochondrial matrix, where they can again be pumped out, and all of this can keep going on. That force that the protons were generating gives this catalytic nod down here the energy to take ADP and inorganic phosphates and create ATP. So all in all, that's a quick synopsis. We have NADH and FADH2 depositing electrons from their respective multi-protein complexes to ubiquinone, to multi-protein complex 3, to cytochrome C, to multi-protein complex 4, to oxygen to create water, all the while pumping protons out into the intramembrane space through active transport to ATP synthase, which through chemiosmosis creates ATP. These two processes together, collectively known as oxidative phosphorylation. Hopefully that helped clear things up if you're having any trouble whatsoever. Thank you.
And